Lynne, hello, welcome.
Hello.
We're here, it's happening.
Yes. Yeah.
So Funny Women has launched a new event.
Yes.
We're here at Ascend.
Not so new, actually.
Oh, no.
This is the third time we've done this.
Yeah.
The first time we did it, we had a much smaller event. We partnered with the Federation of Small Businesses each time.
Yeah.
And we sort of did a test run. I can't even remember what year now. 2023. And then we had a slightly bigger event last year in the Dockyard at the Commissioner's House. And that was an evening event. And then because Ascend had opened here in the Pentagon Centre, I felt it was very important to show off a really purpose-built business space.
Yeah.
I mean, we're blessed with quite a few here in Medway, but I just thought this was so spectacular, and I twisted their arm to let us hold it here. And I think a good choice.
It's amazing. I mean, we're doing a show reel, so we will absolutely show all of that off as well. But you've got an amazing entrance area where we've just done the welcome.
Yeah.
You've introduced everybody. And then there's communal areas, the communal area, but then there's like zones that people have gone off to. Yeah. And you're running 4 workshops twice today.
Yes.
Amazing. So what was the purpose of this?
I think I go to a lot of networking events, and I'm a North Kent rep for the Federation of Small Businesses as well. And since the pandemic, I know we still keep talking about it, I think getting people back into the office has got harder and harder, and our whole work pattern has changed. Yeah. So a lot of people now are employed on a hybrid basis. A lot of larger organisations are struggling to get people back to come into the office, into the workplace. There's a lot more hot desking. There's a lot more business locations like this. But somehow the guts have gone out of it. You know, where is our sense of fun? I've noticed it's much harder to get people out to network and go to different community events. And I actually think in Medway we're quite good at it. Okay. But there's a lot of it, and it's how you segment the market. And because I work primarily in comedy and with women, I've noticed how much our sort of ethos of working together and pulling teams and entertainment and all of that really can be very useful in a business context. And I've been running workshops myself for 15 years. So I run public workshops for women that want to do comedy as performers, writers, creators. But I also go in and do a similar sort of thing in businesses to build confidence, to help increase team spirit, provide creative solutions, and just general health and well-being. And I think that by putting on an event that encompasses elements of that, we're showing off what you can do. So the whole idea of how to have fun at work is something that your organisation, we have a couple of large organisations represented here today who have sent a few people along, but these organisations could do exactly this in their own workspaces. And we have done that. We've worked with NatWest, we've worked with Canada Life, we've worked with Airbnb. We've done exactly that, all pre-pandemic. And so we've revived the formula in this sort of context of comedy in the community, funded by Medway Council, to really show off what you can do. And I'm a creative producer. I like pulling people together and putting events on. And for me, this is like the perfect business event because everyone's engaged right from the start. It's not like just all sitting down listening to speakers. They're in. They've got a choice of 4 workshops. They can have a bit of fun. I can hear the laughter.
Oh, yeah, I was literally about to say, they're laughing.
Hear people laughing. It's very echoey here, but it's a very simple thing. How do we put the fun back into the workplace? How do we get people interacting again? That's it.
It is essential in any workplace to have comedy and break that up. Yeah, with because any job can be stressful and any role, and there are moments, but actually also learning how to use the comedy and when in the right place. Yeah. And that's what something like this can...
It's putting it in context. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to just send everyone out, cracking jokes. No. Humour is a very intrinsic thing. There's not a part of culture that doesn't use humour in some way. Books, films, television, even sport. There's always, if you listen to commentators, we always remember the funny people. Politics. How many politicians use very bad jokes to put their messages over? But, it is in every aspect of our lives. Culture is always a reflection of our society, and we need to remember that. And I think we've lost that a little bit.
I think people are scared as well, because especially the higher up in roles you go, like you don't want to say the wrong thing and upset, but also in those more serious roles. I mean, I used to be a police officer.
Wow.
And actually, like, dark humour was very much a way that we counselled ourselves.
Yeah.
And still now, I probably forget that I'm not a police officer sometimes, and my humour can slightly, I'm like,
no, but I think that's all valid.
It does. People go, oh my God. And I go, I'm so sorry. And I go, no, that was hilarious, but because actually they don't understand that's, they're introduced to that sort of humour
is a massive cut through. And, as you say, black humour, medical, in hospitals, the fire services, police, anywhere where you're on the front line, where you need to improve morale and support people. We naturally use humour. That's the other thing. Everyone gets very hung up on it. But actually, everyone's funny. Everyone understands humour because it's intrinsic. It's innate. Women are probably a bit more risk averse. And that's, again, why I want to have a mixed event where you have men and women. And although we've run it as Funny Women, and that's been the tough bit to get the men in, but we've done it today.
Oh, my
goodness, lots of men today.
Lots of men.
But it's interesting to have male allies. We need men to encourage women to speak out.
Yes.
And women need to have the confidence to stand up and talk about what they feel confident, what they feel perhaps they're lacking in confidence to speak about. So it's all about an exchange. And, in today's world, we need that. You need an equal workplace. You need a balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And Funny Women are the team to come in and not only support in the community in that sense, but actually if you are in a business and in a job role that you think we need to bring more humour, you can work with people privately.
Absolutely. As I say, I'm a creative producer. I'm here to provide solutions. I've had 25 years prior to Funny Women working in PR and marketing. So I bring all sorts of skills to the table. I'm not a comedian, which is usually the question I get asked. Am I a comedian and where are the toilets? Hence my introduction today. But no, I have got a lot of different life skills that I bring to the table. And all I do with my events is try and imbue them with as much of that as possible, as do my amazing team. And, that's really about how you pull the mix together. And with corporate clients, we take a brief, if they've got a very specific thing, we can say, okay, so all your staff are young and they're client facing, or they work in shops, or they work in retail or hospitality. We can take the methodology that we use here and gear it around what they do as a job. Role play. I mean, role play is always fantastic. We actually have a couple of brilliant role players here today, Denise Wilton and Nick Lamont, who are both actors, comedians, performers, and they do a lot of role play stuff. And that's really important. And then on the other side of it, we have business people who understand the psychology of it and the method, sort of more kind of traditional business methods to imbue into your systems. Yeah, so really it's how you try and get a bit of everything in, really. It's a taster.
Exactly.
Smorgasbord.
And this is the aim is, and the goal is, and it's going to happen, we're going to have these all around the country.
So one of the things I've been talking to, she's here today, perhaps you get to talk to her, Sarah Cooper, who's been mentoring me. I was on the Create Southeast programme about how to develop my business into this particular area. I mean, I'm already doing it, but not very formally. And Sarah and I have been working on a presentation of work, play, perform, so that we bring in elements of working, playing at work and how you perform at work, with the possibility of setting up a new business at some stage. But we do a lot of that already, and we do have a sub-brand called Hilarious. So a lot of it we put through that. But really, at the end of the day, there is one company, and it's Funny Women CIC. We're a non-profit. And also, the other thing I would say is everything we do where we earn money goes back into supporting the next generation of female creators and writers and performers, which I also think is equally important.
Absolutely.
Culturally. The more we see brilliant, funny women on TV, film, whatever, the more we are becoming used to seeing women in those high-profile roles.
Yes.
And I think there are more and more of them now, which is great.
Amazing. So, Lynne, how can people find you and get in touch with you?
The main website is funnywomen.com. All our details are on there. There is another website, hilarious.co.uk. And obviously, people can find us on all the social medias. So that's at Funny Women. On Instagram, it's at funny_women. And I'm on socials as Funny Women Lynne with an E. Everyone knows me as Funny Women Lynne. I'm just going to be on my grave, I think. That. So hit us up, and I would like to put a call out to Kirsten Miller, who's helped me, and she's my project manager on all these things, and she's done a great job. So I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from people as well.
Amazing. We'll put all those links and things in the comments, in the show notes as well, so people can jump to those direct.
Brilliant.
Lynne, we wish you all the best today. I'm sure I'll drag you in. I will. I'll drag you in at the end of the day to get a summary of how you think it's gone.
Brilliant.
But already amazing success.
And it's great to have you here.
Of course. Thank you very much.